Well, hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of my Facebook Live. Going to be talking about some law of attraction tips today. In particular, we're going to be talking about what to say to yourself, what happens during those first few moments when you're waking up in the morning. So I'm going to wait for a few people to come on and join us so that you can get your questions answered so we can have a conversation about this. And I'll give that a couple of moments here. I'll just talk a little bit while people are getting ready to join us. So as you're coming on, I would like you to introduce yourself. Let me know where you're from, how your day is going, anything that you want to mention. We're going to get started in about, say, 5 minutes. Just give people a chance to get here. But I am I'm in the process, actually, of becoming a certified law of attraction facilitator. I've been teaching law of attraction for the last 20 years, but, I'm always in a learning capacity, a learning role, and also certified hypnotist for the past 20 years, hypnotherapist, NLP, meditation teacher, you name it. And if it has to do with the power of your mind, I'm your girl. I'm the person that is helping you to reach for and achieve those goals by using power of your mind, law of attraction, meditation, hypnosis, because it's all about what we put out into the world that is what is coming back to us in our reality. So what you put out is ultimately what you get back. You hear it said so many different ways, like karma, or what you reap, what you sow, you reap, or what you reap, you sow. It's law of attraction, and law of attraction is simply a feedback mechanism. It is simply mirroring out there whatever is going on in here. So we can't change our reality without changing what's going on the inside of us. Okay, so we are about 1:02. Please introduce yourself. I know that there's about 5. Hey, Graham, how are you? Good to see you. We're going to be talking here about what to say to yourself when waking up in the morning. So we're going to just go ahead and get started as more people come in. If you could please introduce yourself and let me know what you are working on, what kind of challenges you have, and we can talk about that. But for today, we are focusing on that special time. Hey, Robert, how are you? Good to see you in Oklahoma, a hypnosis student. Right on. Very good. Thanks for joining. So are you one of those people who either wakes up on the wrong side of the bed? Hey, Bobby, good to see you. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. And Jay from England. Hi, Jay. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. So are you one of those people who finds yourself like, don't talk to me before I've had my coffee. I'm grumpy. I'm not a morning person. Or, you say, you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, or you dread Mondays, you dread that inevitable having to wake up early again because you got to sleep in over the weekend, or are you constantly finding yourself pushing the snooze button more than once, tripping over stuff as you're walking to the bathroom to brush your teeth or do whatever you need to do in there, and complaining and saying things like, oh, I hate Mondays, or I hate having to get out of bed, or I hate going to work. I don't know if that's you. I know that, or maybe someone like that. Maybe there's somebody in your life that you can think of who is like that. And so while we're doing these exercises, you can imagine that person that is having that. But today we're going to be having a little conversation about this and why it's important to use this time of the day, which is probably one of the most significant, special, important times of your day, believe it or not. Because how you wake up in the morning, it sets the pace for the whole rest of your day. So if you're waking up saying things to yourself like, oh, I'm going to have to go into work and I'm going to have to deal with that person, or I'm going to have to go into work and I'm going to have to do this and that. All that's doing basically is creating your words are creating your thoughts, and your thoughts are creating your vibration. And all a vibration is energy and a feeling and emotion. Okay. And the emotions are what you are using to send information about what you want to the universe, God, law of attraction. And all the universe does is it matches your vibration. So when you first wake up in the morning, you're actually more in touch with your subconscious mind than you are at any other part of your day. You remember how you can wake up in the morning and be in touch with all of the dreams that you have, but then later on, you remember that you were in touch with those dreams, but you can't remember what they were anymore. And the reason why that is because your dreams happen within your subconscious mind. You're accessing the memory in your subconscious mind when you're first waking up in the morning. So that's just to give you an example of the fact that time in the morning, you're in communication with your subconscious mind. Now, the subconscious mind, it does a couple of things. Number one, it is where all of your habits, your emotions, and your programs are stored. So when you wake up in saying certain things, number one, you're programming yourself that, yep, that's how the day is going to go. And number two, the subconscious mind mixes your thoughts with your feelings and sends that as a vibration to law of attraction. And all law of attraction does is it matches and brings back whatever it is that you're thinking. So who here has experienced yourself waking up in the morning saying some of these negative things, or even before you even go to bed, you think to yourself, oh, it's going to be so hard to wake up in the morning, or, oh, I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. Is there anyone here that experiences that talks to yourself like that in the morning, that is worried about things that are going to happen in the day? Maybe you're thinking about how you don't want to be stuck in traffic. Maybe you're sometimes the traffic is awful here. I mean, I've got 3 cats to contend with to get downstairs to feed. So some days there's a little traffic jam on the stairs to get to work. But in reality, some people do have to contend with being out there in traffic. So who here has something that they'd like to share about that has experienced, some of those negative thoughts in the morning? And while we're waiting for someone to participate, we're just going to continue moving forward with this process. So what can we do when we first wake up in the morning and, we're thinking about our day? The first thing is you want to be aware that this may or may not be happening. For most of us, it's very subtle. We hardly notice it. But even the most subtle thoughts that you're thinking to yourself about dread, about sadness, about frustration, about things that you're not looking forward to, even those most subtle thoughts, go out to create the rest of your day. So what we want to do is we want to start to use that time in the most productive way possible. Stay in that state as long as you possibly can, because it's a state of hypnosis that you're waking up into. You're lucky to get this opportunity to wake up in the morning and greet each day. This is a day, it's a gift. It's something that we may not have forever. And so when you wake up in the morning, the very, very first thing that you might want to be thinking is, thank you for another day that I get to be here and, and try again and get things going again. And luckily, we have opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. Every day that we wake up in the morning, it's another opportunity to program yourself for success and for love and for gratitude and for however you want that day to go. So how do you want your day to go? Because the subconscious mind doesn't hear don't, not, and no. It doesn't hear those words at all. Whenever you say, I don't want, the subconscious mind subtracts that word don't, and then it's, I don't want there to be a lot of traffic this morning. Well, guess what? What the subconscious mind and the universe hears is, I want to get stuck in traffic. That's what it hears. So you have to start thinking about what it is that you do want. So how would you convert that? And when you're thinking to yourself in the morning, how would you convert what you do want to happen? Does anybody want to make a suggestion here? Okay, well, the suggestion that I have for you would be, how would you like to have a smooth and easy drive to work? And then you imagine yourself having a smooth and easy drive to work. And if you don't think that you have any control over this, that's something else that you want to start to program yourself to do. And you can start that in very small ways. You can start to actually get that you really do control. This is your movie. Everybody else around you, the traffic, everything else is just the actors. It's just the scene. It's just the setup. But this is your movie. This is your life. So however you want that to go, you can create it. You can set it up. You don't necessarily have control over, specific people, but you basically have control over the overall situation. You don't necessarily have control over that there's going to be traffic and that there's going to be accidents, but you can control how early you decide to leave in the morning so that you know that it's not a big deal. And you will find that the more you prepare for the worst but expect the best, the more the best starts to show up for you. I typically try to leave 15 minutes before I need to leave. That way, something happens, the cat throws up on the floor, or there is traffic, or there's something last minute you need to take care of, then you're already prepared for that. So, and I've been known, and my husband and I joke about this all the time, to be able to create the perfect parking space wherever we go. There's always, and I just have this belief that the perfect parking space is always right there. And sometimes those parking spaces is like, really? It is like somebody rolled out the red carpet and said, okay, here is your parking space. It's really pretty amazing when you start to believe things like that. The universe just moves things and obstacles out of your way to bring it to you to match what it is that you're holding in your mind. So what else do you want to be holding in your mind as you're waking up in the morning? You want to be holding a state. One of the most profound states that you can hold is gratitude and appreciation. So you want to be grateful for the fact that you have been blessed with another day. And you have an opportunity to go out into your life and create the day that you would like to have, create the week that you'd like to have, the month, and that leads to the year. And ultimately, these small moments that you have with yourself in the morning while you're just waking up in that groggy, hypnotic state, the more you give yourself positive suggestions, the better your day is going to go. You have an opportunity to program yourself to do whatever you want. So if you're saying to yourself, I'm dreading work today, then that's what the universe is hearing. Okay, I'm going to give you a work day to be dreaded. But if you wake up in the morning and you say to yourself, today is going to be an awesome day. All the right people are going to show up. If you're in sales, you're going to be prepared for new opportunities to come your way, or, whatever industry you're in. I deal more with entrepreneurial, businessy, type of people, or, people who are a little bit more in charge of their ability to create money. But no matter what situation, no matter what environment, no matter what kind of career you're in, you can create the day to go how you want it to go by simply thinking as you wake up in the morning how you choose to feel. How do you choose to feel? I had and I have, a situation in my life that was really weighing very heavily on me, very, very heavily on me. And I felt like, pretty sad each day that this has been an issue. And then, being a law of attraction coach and facilitator, I was, being coached, and I said, I am just having a really hard time. I know that I need my vibration to be here, but it's not where it needs to be right now. And, just the very simple words were put out to me, and I'm thinking, I'm the queen of the law of attraction. You're not going to teach me anything. But it really, he said, think about what you're thinking about. And I thought about what I have been thinking about. And even though it's kind of a big deal, and it's, it's been something that has been difficult for me, I realized that is affecting my vibration. I'm not going to let it affect my vibration anymore. There's nothing I can do about it. I've done everything that I can do. I've done my best. And now it's time to, when I catch myself thinking about that, I don't go down that road anymore. I just switch and just let it go and realize, that's not for me to figure out right now. I need to focus on what makes me feel good. And so that's what I put out to you in the morning. What are you going to focus on in your morning that's going to make you feel good? And waking up in the morning, it's a very precious time that you have access to. You need to use it to your best advantage. If you don't play this game with yourself of setting the clock for 6 when you really need to get up at 6:30 and pushing the snooze button, that's not sending a good message to your subconscious mind. That's saying, I am a procrastinator. I am putting off my life. It's a waste of time. You're not really getting adequate sleep during that time. It's broken up. If you're sleeping, you're sleeping. If you're awake, you're awake. So stop pushing the snooze button and don't push snooze on your life. Wake up when you say that you're going to wake up. And if you have a hard time waking up in the morning, then you can also program yourself to be somebody who enjoys waking up in the morning, because it's all about how you think about it. It's all about how you choose to think about, why are you waking up? Why? What is this day for? What is possible for you to create during this day? So when you're going to sleep at night, tell yourself, I am waking up at 6 a.m. and see yourself, put in a vision, visualize yourself, the alarm clock going off, pushing the off button, getting up and doing what it is that you do. And it may be that you stay in bed for another 5 minutes just to think through and visualize and talk to yourself and have this special time to program yourself and to talk to your higher self, to talk to your subconscious mind, to talk to God, the universe, law of attraction, whatever you want to call it, but use that time for your best benefit. Don't say these words anymore that are not beneficial to you, like, all the dread and the things that you're not looking forward to. Look forward to something awesome, a wonderful opportunity. Feel like something, you could just say something wonderful is going to happen. I just know it. And then even think of some scenarios. So those are my tips for how to wake up the law of attraction way. I'm so grateful that everyone was here to share with me in this process of learning how to wake up better, waking up with a smile on your face, waking up feeling gratitude, waking up changing your energy, changing your thoughts, and only you know what those thoughts are. If you're thinking thoughts that are kind of causing you to, feel disempowered, then turn it around and don't lie to yourself, but say to yourself something along the lines of, I'm choosing to believe that, or I'm choosing to put myself in a position to, or I'm choosing to think that. You don't want to say, I love waking up in the morning. Well, it may not be true for you right now. Perhaps you can say, I'm in the process of learning to enjoy waking up, if that's something that is true for you. So you want to be honest with yourself when you're having these morning conversations with yourself. But that would be my biggest tip for you right now, is to have these, like, it can be 1 minute, it could be 3 minutes, it could be 5 minutes. Take advantage of that time when you're waking up in the morning to have this personal morning conversation, to program your mind for success, for gratitude, for love, for energy, for positivity, for attracting the right people to you, for attracting the right circumstances to you, to, if you don't like your job, to be able to attract a new job to you, to attract other opportunities, to where maybe you don't want to have a job at all and you're working toward having your own business, creating something, attracting new people into your life that can help you, the right people, being able to trust yourself, being able to get in touch with your intuition. I mean, all of these things can begin to happen by just taking some personal, private time for yourself every morning as you're waking up, and using that time and being grateful for the gift of this time and honor that. So that is my final word for the day on using law of attraction in the morning when you're very first waking up. If anybody has anything to add to this conversation, please do leave me a message, a comment. Let me know if you're taking this on and utilizing this tip. I'd love to see you put this into practice in your life, and let me know how it works for you. All right. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.